19th of December 2013, midday. Even astrologers are human. I made one monumental cock up this morning. I put out a video a couple of hours ago telling everyone it was a void moon, and guess what? I got it wrong. As a few of you have let me know, and you've been very kind. Thank you. So this is a redo of today's video. It is still Mars, part 3 of part 1. I was dealing yesterday with someone who was born with Uranus at 5-6 degrees of Libra and Mars at 5-6 degrees of Aries. And now we have Uranus at 8 degrees of Libra and Mars at 8 degrees of Aries and Mars at 6 degrees of Libra. The reverse of what this chap was born with. He's 40 years old, something like that, 39, 40 years old. And we were talking about how Mars opposite Uranus in a person's chart, and I was born with Mars conjunct Uranus in my chart. Any contact between Mars and Uranus brings a kind of different understanding of how time works, with slices of time and moments of time, rather than past, which is just existent in memory and with one or two old physical representations of it, or rather than future, which is yet to happen and depends on a lot on what happens right now. There's only this current moment in time constantly replicating itself, feeding back on the previous moments for information on how to generate the future, but constantly repeating moments of time. Sort of governed by a kind of static, very high electrical field that seems to generate from cerebral cortex stuff. And then this chap was astrologically friendly, and he got me thinking about how there is an absolute moment of magic with a small m in that instantaneous moment of time, and how we can grab any particular moment and shape it or twist it so that the future goes in a different direction, possibly. I'm also looking at how Mars, now in Libra, now at 5-6 degrees of Libra, I'm looking at the generation of the 1970s, 69 to 71 generation, born with Uranus at 4 to 8 degrees of Libra. I'm looking at the generation born around 74, 75 with Pluto at 5-6 degrees of Libra. Mars is particularly hitting these generations at the moment, and if you're one of these generations who has a difficult Uranus or difficult Pluto in your chart, then you're going to find that this period of time is particularly challenging for you right now. But Mars is in one-off territory now. It's not going to retrograde back as far as where it is. So if you're being affected by Mars big time in this last few days, now or the coming few days, rest assured that this is a one-off situation. And it's unlikely to be replicated to this degree of intensity such as it is at the moment. There is a degree of immediacy around this time. I've just finished recording the January sun sign videos, both for myself and for another video service that I record for. And I'm getting a pretty good impression of what's coming up in January once we're past the new moon. And this new moon, I make no apologies for using this word, this killer new moon that's coming up on the 1st of January with the Sun conjunct Moon, conjunct Pluto, conjunct Mercury, square Mars, square Uranus, and opposite Jupiter, is going to bring permanent changes. I will start exploring this a lot more over the coming few days, and particularly in the run-up to it. Before then, of course, in 2 days' time, we've got the most astrologically unreported event of the year. Venus is going retrograde. Who notices Venus retrogrades? I think we need to start paying a lot more attention to it, you know. I think that Venus retrograde at the very end of Capricorn is going to bring us a period at the end of December and the whole of January where a lot of values, both globally and both collectively and individually, are going to be reassessed. And I do note that when Venus does stand still at the end of January, it's going to stand still conjunct Pluto. There will be transformation at the end of January in a way that really helps realign the whole value systems of the world. At least that's the theory. But in the meantime, today, Moon at the end of Cancer, not void, opposite Venus all day. Watch out for the chocolate and the cream cakes. It could be a bit of comfort eating the more we get into today. And then tomorrow, the moon moves into Leo and it's time for a bit of fun. But more on that one tomorrow. Catch you later, folks. Thanks. Bye.